Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Great League Fossil Cup and let's run this team. So looks like we're going to use the Pelipper paired with the Registeel and the Shadow Poliwrath. We see the Registeel get switched in, so we're going to use our Shadow Poliwrath right here. We're going to have the shield right here. Ends up being the Zap Cannon. They do get the debuff, unfortunately. And now we're just going to keep on farming until they get to their next move. We're going to fire off this Dynamic Punch here to take out this Reggie for sure. And now we see the opposing Poliwrath come back in. We're going to fire off our own Dynamic Punch. They do shield it. And we're going to see we are allowed to get to another Dynamic Punch. Looks like they're going to snipe our energy here. They use their own Dynamic Range and they even come back here with their Pelipper, but they counter swap into their Ferrothorn. Luckily, we have the Registeel for this Ferrothorn, so we should be sitting good here. They go for the Thunder, some good wingsuit damage. We're going to throw this Focus Blast on good timing him. This is going to deal a lot of damage, but it will not KO. It looks like we are going to have to farm down this point, and he do get the farm down. So this is GG's. We are going to be able to run a shield or the KO with this Zap Cannon right here, and we still have the Pelipper available. So our turn does end up shielding it, and they get the debuff. They're going to have to fire off a move here, or we're going to be close to another move. We're going to let this one go. Dynamic Punch does get used, and then we're going to use our Pelipper here, and they realize that that is GG. So well played by us. We had a good alignment, and the Registeel coming in clutch against that Ferrothorn. Otherwise, that Ferrothorn probably would have had a good chance against these things. All right, here we got the Kartana. Okay, Kartana is pretty decent against our team. As you can see, you're only going to be able to throw this weather ball right here. This weather ball here does get a shield from the Kartana. We're going to switch out, take shield advantage, and then we draw out the Poliwrath. We're going to fire off this Zap Cannon here to either do some big damage or get a shield. Our opponent does elect to let it go. So we're going to shield here, guaranteeing that we are going to win this matchup here. Ends up being the Skull. We avoid the debuff. And remember, they still have the Kartana. So Kartana here is able to get to this nice slash. Doesn't quite KO, but we are going to be able to throw this Focus Blast. This Focus Blast right here ain't going to be able to get a shield or get the KO. Our opponent does end up shielding. And they must have a feeling that we have a Poliwrath. Oh, no, they don't. They switch out into the Reggie immediately. And we're going to snipe this Registeel with our own Dynamic Punch. Boom! Down goes the Reggie, and now all we have to do is counter down the Kartana. And since we have a shield, we will be able to win that game. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Shadow Poliwrath in the back, taking out the basically Kartana and the Reggie. So they had a double steal team. Next, we have the Reggie versus our Pelipper. Okay, pretty good against our team here. So we're just going to stay in for now and just chip away at this Reggie as the only real thing that we have to use against this Reggie is our own Poliwrath, but unfortunately it's lurking in the back. We're going to keep firing off these weather balls here, and we're trying to get it low enough for a farm down later. Okay, our opponent does end up getting to another move, so we're just going to double the shield here. The debuffs are unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter because the Reggie isn't really applying fast move pressure. So you can see right here, we're going to be able to get it low enough and just snipe their energy. And then we're just hoping that the energy on our Pelipper is going to come in handy later. You can see right here, they come back in with a Poliwrath. A Poliwrath versus Poliwrath is not the counter you want to use. So we are slightly in an advantageous situation. We did get the debuff. Our opponent does end up having the Lantern. So the Lantern was working in the back. They're trying to win this game with the Lantern. As you can imagine, they wanted the Lantern onto our Pelipper. So now you know why they made that move. Here we're going to go for the Zap Cannon. It does grab the debuff, so we have a chance here. We're going to have to take another move. It is probably going to be the Thunder, but since it's debuff, we are going to be able to survive it. We go for this Zap Cannon again. We need this low enough so that our Pelipper can take it out. All right, we get into the low. We get it into the red. And they get the double debuff. So we're going to fire off this weather ball. It doesn't quite KO, so we have to fire off another weather ball here. This is going to take out the Lantern, thankfully. And now we just got to try to beat this Poliwrath. The Poliwrath is not Shadow, so we should be able to survive a Icy Wind here. But let's see if he did the ensuing wing attack. Okay. Our opponent here does go for the wing attack and starts the Icy Wind, but luckily our Reggie is barely alive, able to tank one counter and able to log on down. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with a Reggie still log on down. That was incredible. All right, we got the Pelipper versus the Jellicent here. we are going to stay in, as this is kind of a neutral matchup depending on situations, and we can get off this Hurricane. Our opponent does decide to throw a Mid-Threat, which show the first one ends up being the Shadow Ball, so that was a good show by us. We're going to fire off this Hurricane here. This is going to do a tremendous amount of damage towards them, but the show, they decide to let it go. And then our opponent here is going to have to think about shooting this Weather Ball. Let's see if they decide to shield or let it go. They do shield it. Okay, that's fine, but now we are in a better situation. This Jellicent in farm down range, we're going to take the slight advantage with our Reggie here is switch out. We do bait out the Poliwrath, but not before we get a Zap Cannon. So Zap Cannon does debuff them, and now we just have to make sure we do show the correct Zap Cannon, so that was great for us. We're going to go for the Zap Cannon again. This is going to do a tremendous amount of damage. In fact, it takes out the Poliwrath, so that little energy advantage did come in handy. We're going to try to get to this Focus Blaster, but our opponent does snipe our energy. This Focus Blast would have done a tremendous amount of damage. We come back in here with the Poliwrath doing a ton of fast move pressure. We try to catch a move, and unfortunately, they were able to farm us down, so we needed to catch that move to be able to get to another dynamic punch. But luckily, unfortunately for us, they were able to farm us down, so nice play by them being patient with it. We try to come back from that situation. That Jellicent was kind of a difficult Pokemon to deal with. Alright, here we go. We got the Ferrothorn versus our Pelipper. We switch out into the Reggie here. Let's see, we bait out in fighters. Okay, a little pseudo fighter here. Yes, Escavalier is going to have to take a big damage or get this shield. Our opponent does shield. And we try to get to another move. Are they going to allow us? Nope. They are going to snipe our energy. We're going to shield right here because we think we can get to another move. Unfortunately, it does not happen. We're going to have to let this go. So we're going to come back in here with the Pelipper, and then we're going to basically... our opponent does get the CAP tied. So go for the Arrow A's, dealing some good mental damage. We're going to go for this Weather Ball here. It is going to typically not take out the Escavalier, but we are able to farm down. So at least we have some extra energy. We're going to switch out into our own Poliwrath as soon as they see their Ferrothorn, and then they counter swap into their own Poliwrath. So here comes the game. We do get the Icy Wind bait, and we get the last shield. So that's fantastic news for us. We're going to allow this move to go through because we know that we have the Pelipper in the back still. We need to be able to get some extra farm. They go for the Power Up Punch bait. If you don't fall for it, we're going to go for our own Dynamic Punch right here. Taking out the opposing Poliwrath, and now what we see, we're going to race to this Hurricane. We know that they have to get to 2 moves, so this is an automatic shield, and now let's see if we can get to this Hurricane. One more move away, we do get to it, and now we just got to see, is this enough to take out this Ferrothorn? Yes, it is. So GG's for our opponent, able to come back from the Ferrothorn lead. And so check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.